Everybody, hey, welcome to this episode of the Note Closure Show. And this episode is dedicated to all those folks out there that want to get into note investing, but they haven't, they're brand new. They don't have a lot of money saved or retirement accounts. They've got some, but not a lot, or they haven't developed any private capital resources. And this is a great deal, a case study that's actually in the works right now. Bid was approved from one of my coaching students, John and Veronica. Got it approved last night. It was working through one of their coaching calls. We were evaluating the tape of performing and non-performing. These guys are kicking ass and taking names. They've already got 5 performing notes they get ready to close on. This can be the first non-performing one. So just absolutely jacked up at what they're working through. So, but this one, to give you an example, we came across it. We're looking through it. A lot of people would overlook it because it is a smaller balance note. But there's some great details to it. So let me bring up a picture here. If you're watching on video, you can kind of see what it looks like. I mean, it's not, you're not going to get rich on this asset, but it's a great ROI for your retirement account or a small Roth. But like I said, it's in South Carolina, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, about 1,077 square foot. It is owner occupied. Borrower's lived in it for a while. It's a 5-year loan. Let me give you some details on the transaction. Let me pull that up here real fast. Borrower hasn't paid in a year. Okay. And we pulled numbers on it. Value came in at 69,000. All right. The payoff on this borrower only owes 18,200. All right. They really, I mean, they owe a little bit more than that's the payoff. I think UPB is roughly around 14.5. They're 1 year behind, right at 12 months behind. Their monthly payment's only 328.56 a month. All right. The foreclosure has started. The existing lender, who's another note investor, who says he's in the financial field, has already started the foreclosure process. Like I said, in South Carolina, it'll take about a year. So we're still waiting to see how far along in the foreclosure process is. But if it does, it'll take, a year to foreclose in South Carolina if it's at the very beginning, and probably cost John and Veronica about another 2,500 to 3,000, maybe a little bit more than that. But we'll just say the beauty of this is they got it under contract at $7,500. That's the purchase price for the note. Now, let's go through the strategies. Now, if you're the borrower and haven't paid in a year, maybe you're out of work or stuff like that. I don't know what's going on. Death in the family. The $328 a month isn't that bad, right? You only owe $18,000 on $69,000 asset. I mean, you're literally at what, 30%, just under 30%, 25.5%. Yeah, about not quite a fourth, but the great thing on this thing is there's that ton of equity. I mean, there's roughly about $51,000 in equity there. Now, if John and Veronica have to foreclose, they may not get that 51. What are they going to get? Well, they're going to get the $18,200. That's the payoff. That's what their highest bid at the auction can be, $18,200. So if they get it sells at auction, great. If they're into it for $2,500 in foreclosure costs, $700 purchase price, they just made $8,000 on their $10,000 investment. Is that a bad deal? Hell no, it's not a bad deal if it takes a year for a small amount of $10,000. That's really good, right? Now, it could be less because maybe the existing lenders already paid the foreclosure costs up front. I don't know exactly. We'll know that more in the due diligence aspect of things. But it's owner occupied. Their big goal, if they're buying this note, is to go to the borrower and say, hey, could you start paying again, right? You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know that's not a bad deal for them. 328.56 times 12 months. If they just started paying on time again, right? That's 39.42. So they're a year behind. All right. So if they make up that payments, if they have them start making double payments times 2, if they can, they will get $7,885 in the year if they start making double payments to get caught back up. That's 100% cash and cash return. Actually, better than 100% cash and cash return, right? It's about a 52% cash and cash return if they just start paying the $328 a month to them. That's phenomenal, right? That's great. Now, this is not a 30-year mortgage. It's a 5-year term on it. So they've got about 51 payments left. So they made about 9 months of payments and then stopped paying for some sort of reason. Now, here's the thing. It's not in the biggest of towns, but it's in a decent-sized town. If they go to the foreclosure auction and nobody outbids them, and the foreclosure takes place, and then they take the property back, guess what? They just take over a $69,000 asset. Now, of course, they're going to have to evict, probably do a little upkeep, maintenance to the property. Obviously, we haven't ordered the BPO drive-bys yet, but this is a current photo behind me this year online. So what do they get now? Well, for 2,500 foreclosure costs, $7,500 for the purchase price, they're in at 10K. They take over a $69,000 asset that they could turn around and sell in the MLS, or offer owner financing to somebody on terms, or guess what? It's a rent. Market rent on this property is $974 a month. That's a pretty good rent return. Now, I'm not a big fan of rentals, but that's all the different options laid out for them. And so this is a true win-win-win. Bar doesn't do anything. They foreclose. It sells to the auction. Guess what? They made $8,000. Bar reinstates. They're making 52% of their month on their ROI and their money. First year, if they make anything extra, it could be if they get caught up in the first year. Guess what? Boom! It's 100% return cash and cash to them on what they paid for the note. If they end up selling it or don't sell it to foreclosure, take it back, they just basically walk into $59,000 roughly in equity potentially. That could be $40,000 in profit with a little bit of upkeep, cash, closing costs, whatever, stuff like that. So this is a great little deal for less than 10K. Their holding costs are going to be the foreclosure servicing costs. It's not going to be that bad. I would literally have it with a servicing company and just have them, if it's already in the foreclosure process, just not have them do any servicing, have everything go to the attorney. But if the bar does come back to the table, then you would set up with servicing, and it's going to be $95 a month for non-performing for at least 3 or 4 months, and then it's going to drop to 15 to 25 from there. But this is a great little deal. Like I said, got less than 10K. We see these types of deals pretty often, and it's a great way to get your feet wet, get everything rock and rolling, and go from there, and truly be a win-win there, a win-win-win no matter which exit strategy you go. So I just wanted to share this episode with you guys. There are opportunities out there if you know where to look. This is one of the things that we do with our high-end coaching program is help people put money to work. John and Veronica use their own funds from this deal. They've got other investors that fund some stuff, but this is a great little deal that they want to keep in their IRA because the ROI is so good. So phenomenal deal, true win, and I like little. This isn't going to get great. This isn't going to get wealthy thing, but this is a great single, double, or potentially triple, depending on which way it goes. So I love little deals like this. They make the world go round, and if you can help keep them in their house, great. If you can even cash for keys to walk if they can't make payments and avoid a foreclosure to speed that up. That's another thing that they could look at doing. I didn't even talk about doing. Offer them $3,000 to $5,000 to do cash for keys or walk and go from there. So, and do a deed in lieu friendly foreclosure. So, anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this episode. Like I said, if you got a little bit of money, feel free to reach out. If you're not one of our coaching students, we can help you find something, but there can be some cost to it. Obviously, we're going to get a placement fee and commission for helping you find a deal. But reach out to us, easy, Scott@WeCloseNotes.com, or schedule a call on that calendar at talkwithscottcarson.com. But go out, take some action, everybody, and we'll see you at the top. Bye.